So the dragon tool that Crystal's been given is there for her permanently. She's able to pulse it out. You look different. So she's able to call on the dragon at any time, but it's not like I'm calling the dragon to do something. There's this show called Free Guy, and when the character would come up and get like money or get first aid or get things, it would pick it up and put it in its field, and that's what you do in games. So it's like the dragon has been put in her field as a tool, and it's there all the time. So she'll do it through her hands, through her intention. It's the power of that dragon. It is her. It's part of her. It's always with her.
And what is its purpose or its power? Is it a healing dragon? Does it have special powers that she can use? What's the best way for her to use it?
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent, okay.
As we said earlier, that this tool it's every single thing. And so this wave that sends out, okay, well, this is also going to be one of the waves that brings the waiting souls into the dead before they are dead. So it's a tool. Many light workers will be given, they're connecting with their dragons, people know this, but they'll be a facilitator. There has to be a willing human energy to facilitate all the souls coming in. The souls, thousands of people dying in mass in different situations, but won't really be seen as dying, much as there's things going on in your medical system, let's say, that is killing a lot of people, but they're not dying. So they have died, and not necessarily even walk-ins. They're gone. They didn't want to be here. They're done. And these entities from all the galaxies, Pleiadians, Sirians, mix everywhere, that wanted to be here at this time, have been walk-ins, much like your show Traveler, like Rion talked about, and they've entering all these people that were meant to die. So you're not going to see this mass die off as much as it's actually happening. And so people like Crystal have this tool with, say, this dragon that sends out a frequency that allows the transfer. So they're actually dead, and then a new soul's entering them. However, that's like a Planck second. That's a millisecond in time that no human could ever possibly notice. And the dragon is facilitating that shift. And omnipotent, the dragon can be used in Crystal's healing work, integrating with her spine. She can ask the dragon questions. Her guide that is bare is fading. It's not really leaving her, but it's like her new guide, her companion, her guard dragon per se. It's omni. It's every single thing she wants it to be, but it's also facilitating something for humanity. And I'm going to go on a bit about the dragon. So it's Crystal integrated it as a phoenix, so she saw herself rising up from ashes, but she rose up from ashes long ago. Part of her is still stunned at being able to live in ashes in the way that she lived. To be able to do that is so stunning. Crystal's always had, like, she can walk through an alley of, what do they call it, gangbangers, and no one would even see her. And she's had these gifts her whole life and doubted them in many ways. She's brought them through to people she's healed, but there's been some doubt because of what the humans have done. She came in, she's saying, like, the Queen of Hearts, Mother to the World. Her big thing was to transmute emotions. her lineage is big with women controlling and her past lives as men that did things to women. But we didn't, those of us who haven't incarnated as humans don't understand how these programs are so intense that an emotional state of a mother, say, to a daughter in mass and in lineage would hold back her power. This is kind of unfathomable, but this emotion, this guilt, this shame, this only on earth experience has blocked her from letting her powers. She'll sit down and she'll write and she'll bring stuff through and it'll blow her mind how profound she is. It has her entire life. And she'll stop the flow of it because she doesn't have a way to record it or a pencil or and it's all in the frequency, it's all there. And so this dragon is her and is more familiar to her than this physical body. She's starting to feel it now, like she can feel the paws touching the ground. She can feel the tail tapping on the ground. And it's not a fire-breathing dragon. It's a fiery color. And these colors are intense and they're pulsing out light. And she can use it anytime she wants to. But you can't really say, oh, crystals... Oh, this is so good. My back is in. This is. You can't really say that Crystal is guiding the dragon. It was kind of laughable because the dragon is guiding Crystal. Is the dragon like you say? Like Crystal is in the Oversoul, so your incarnation is in your soul. The dragon is more of a representation of the whole soul.
So that's where it was. It was waiting in another dimension or waiting in a frequency, or why did it become apparent now?
Crystal is of a frequency which she can be more trusted to not filter emotions, and it was a call in another realm for help in the scene in the dream, and the scene in the dream represented what is about to take place on Earth and is also taking place on Earth. She is not feeling sorry for those who died. She's not feeling like there's something that can be done. She's sending love. She has some issues still with injustice and the injustice that's been happening that caused the deaths. But the actual deaths in mass, she trusts. She knows death. And when she's removed a lot of these filters and that call out, and she knows she could feel it right now as we've been saying it. She looked up and the heavens per se, is this thick roll of white clouds and called for help in this pure way of not victim archetype, please help me. It was a call, it was a time and the right exact frequency for help, that this could come through the, humans might call it wormhole, whatever, just come down and send out this frequency. It was time, humanity's at that time, but Crystal can bring it more through now because she's let go of a lot of stuff, and she's seeing it right now too. There was something that happened with Leslie that she removed. I see this tiny little being removing this massive block simply by acknowledging what it looked like. Like, say the block is red and black, and your whole life you thought it was green. You're like, okay, it's red and black, and it just dissolved. And it's been stunning her the last week that something's been dissolved, and so that lets more stuff come in. I want to answer this question of like, where was the dragon? Was the dragon waiting? Let me look at this more. So it was the dragon.
I can see a picture of the Avatar Way of Water, where they just connect with their flying beast, like dragon type creatures, like they're there ready, and the time has to be absolutely perfect, and then they have their light connection, and then they're bonded. Is it similar to that?
I'm feeling more like Crystal's not riding the dragon, but that she is the dragon.
Yeah, I understand that
So,
bit, but so but that was the connection that I seen, like this plug-in connection.
Right. So when she sends out the pulse, the dragon does it. Crystal's consciousness enters the dragon and sends out the pulse that woke everybody up. But it didn't heal everybody and wake them up. It brought in the new changing of the guard life force of the new beings.
Okay,
and Crystal, in the dream, her ego, she wanted to have some sort of hero status, some sort of acknowledgement. So Spirit said, do you need to have acknowledgement for this? And Crystal said, yes, I would like some validation. And that's when Gabriel came in and basically signed off that to validate that she's the hero. And her humanness still crossed over that she needed to have some hero status to saving the world. And that's just fun. But it's also, clearing ego. Earth is not a completely humble, free life. I mean, a humble life. And people do enjoy being the hero, like bringing everybody back to life. And in the dream, she thought that that's what her call to help did bring everybody back to life. But come on, they're dead. If they're zombies, if it didn't happen like that. But she did facilitate it. She did agree to do it. She is very powerful. So the dream, had some human stuff with it. But the reason she remembered it so clear, too, and the woman that's kind of a nemesis in her life, representing someone with the first letter of K, the first letter of L, the first letter of S, representing all these people in her life. That was the archetype that this woman that she's seen recently in a video that she had issue with was standing there holding the sword in shorts and whatever, but was just there ready to remove Crystal. That was her job and her archetype, and Crystal just took that sword. And so that represented a lot of the female energy in this lifetime. And bonding, because I visualize like walking over and getting on top. The dragon is not there's no riding of the dragon is all I'm saying. There's a being inside of it, like actually looking out, and she will be doing more of looking out the dragon and flying around as the dragon. The dragon is her.
So her dreams are a mixture of astral reality or prophetic or...
That wasn't a dream. It was a ceremony, a ritual of accepting this new power. She's been asking for weeks, what are my powers? What are my new powers? What have I... Well, let me tell you. You know this, but I'm going to say it different for the masses. The large black and red block of L that dissolved last week was so much that something happened that allowed a release, a loss, letting go of some block turning to ash, that Crystal was able to accept this power, this next gift she's always had, she's always used, but to go, oh, it was very anticlimactic too. It's like you hold on to this nemesis, this thing, this something you look at as keeping you from something for 100 years, and then it just dissolves, and you're like, oh, well, what now? Now, what was your question again?
So I was just asking about her dreams that they're a mixture of astral realities or prophetic dreams.
This particular dream was much like being knighted. Like you see the king coming over and putting the sword on the knight. But not really more like that. There was an entity in the dream that signed off on things that was like her, it was God. It was like the manager. It was like the person in charge. And this was more about the next step than the last, and an introduction. It was self-awareness. It was all her regular dreams, and she has intense dreams. They're all different in different stages, depending on her different breathing, depending on her body temperature, what she asks before she goes to sleep, what she's doing. And last night when she tried to channel, she visualized, she could almost hear this clairaudient noise of the decalcification inside of her head, just this crackling, and this has allowed this energy to come in. And before she went to sleep last night, she pulled in the purple spheres. She pulled one into one hip and the other hip. She put the hips together. She put one in the spine, the spinning ones in the spine. She put some of those purple orbs in the spine, all along the spine that weren't spinning, and then integrated all of these and then put it back. So she's done something that she now has the energetic field to hold more of her true self and her more self-awareness, which is this dragon.
Okay, so one more question. You're one of the 77, or part of the conscious 77 connected to Rion?
Crystal,
is that true?
Crystal is... I'm here enough to say I can't 100% say that, but I just see a dragon when you say that, a different dragon that maybe makes a Z or a 7 or a... Let's see.
Okay.
So who are you?
So just wondering if you are connected to Rion, who channels through Linda. Me.
Obviously.
Oh, that's a cool answer. I like that.
Well, you asked Rion to be here, and you talked to Rion, and this was all preset and pre-intended, so it is. However, earlier Crystal said that I was the dragon. I think there's a little bit different things mixed in, but because there's aspects of us that are aspects of Crystal, aspects of us that are aspects of you. There's all this intermingling stuff, but the dragon, I'm not the dragon. Right now, it's best if Crystal simply knows that she is the dragon and continues to lay on that purple ball every day and keep her back, whatever. I like to say, because at one point it did go in, finally. Like, I felt it go in, and it was just so painful until it did.
Wow.
It's interesting to see of a vertebrae blocking communications to your pineal.
Yeah. But what you said in your thing is that's the main connecting point between the neck and the skull.
It's the power of that dragon. It is her. It's part of her. It's always with her.
And what is its purpose or its power? Is it a healing dragon? Does it have special powers that she can use? What's the best way for her to use it?
Omnipotent.
Okay.
As we said earlier, that this tool it's every single thing. And so this wave that sends out, this is also going to be one of the waves that brings the waiting souls into the dead before they are dead. So it's a tool. Many light workers will be given. They're connecting with their dragons. People know this, but they'll be a facilitator. There has to be a willing human energy to facilitate all the souls coming in. The souls, thousands of people dying in mass in different situations, but won't really be seen as dying, much as there's things going on in your medical system, let's say, that is killing a lot of people, but they're not dying. So they have died, and not necessarily even walk-ins. They're gone. They didn't want to be here. They're done. And these entities from all the galaxies, Pleiadians, Sirians, mix everywhere, that wanted to be here at this time have been walk-ins, much like your show Traveler, like Rion talked about. And they've entering all these people that we're meant to die. So you're not going to see this mass die off it as much as it's actually happening. And so people like Crystal have this tool with, say, this dragon that sends out a frequency that allows the transfer. So they're actually dead, and then a new soul's entering them. However, that's like a Planck second. That's a millisecond in time that no human could ever possibly notice. And the dragon is facilitating that shift. And omnipotent, the dragon can be used in Crystal's healing work, integrating with her spine. She can ask the dragon questions. Her guide that is bare is fading. It's not really leaving her, but it's like her new guide, her companion, her guard dragon per se. It's omni. It's every single thing she wants it to be, but it's also facilitating something for humanity.